Yo guys, what is going on? Nickname is just Yellow, and today this Norwegian hardcore PC gamer is gonna make a video about the mid-range plus to very long-range guns of Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So yeah, if you have not watched the mid-range or the short-range gun videos, you should probably do that if you're interested in this kind of subject. This video here is made to clear up a couple of things, so I don't really need to explain them in the future in terms of making videos in the future. But also I figured I would just flush through this kind of stuff so that people understand better of how to use guns in what situations and what kind of nice abilities that they have depending on what you want to do, where, when, etc. So with that being said, let's move over to the go-to rifles of CT side. The M4A1S, which give you a couple of nice abilities. I'm not really going to go into the abilities right here because I've already covered that in a previous video of the A4 versus A1, so I'll link to that in the end of this video. But still, anyways, yeah, gun is very dependable with a spray pattern that can be easily replicated and with an ability of long range you know, accuracy that is just absolutely lethal, combined with a very high damage, by the way. You can be able to just demolish enemies with this gun, even if you are lacking bullets. But yeah, that is with this specific one. Yeah, there's not too much more to say other than that this gun right here, it covers all ranges and almost all situations, in which also this specific one gives you more stealth. Other than that, this one right here is very expensive, and well, that is generally a theme that goes along with playing CT side, so there's not too much more to say about that other than that, you know, you gotta manage your money or else you're screwed. In which, let's move over to the cheaper choice on CT side, the Famas. I'm not too much of a fan of this gun, even though again it do give you 3 magazines extra and 25 bullets in the current magazine, with a 3 burst capability that actually give you pretty dependable burst accuracy and also long range accuracy. I mean, let's just shoot a couple of shots like here and see exactly how accurate we can be able to get with this kind of rifle, which, by the way, it's a lot more inexpensive than the other gun. Yeah, as you can see right here, second bullet always goes a little bit above the first initial bullet, which is not super accurate, but I mean, like, this is the cheaper choice. Yeah, you're able to get some serious kind of action done if you use this gun to its best of abilities. Now, the spray is independent, or you can't really depend on the spray, and it's also really weird. It's like a fucking S. And the total tapping accuracy, as you can see, it's just so wide it's not even a point going over there and checking it. That's just massive. So yeah, you truly get what you pay for, but if you play it up close, you can still be able to demolish enemies, because, you know, it actually works at least decently at mid-range. So let's move over then to the AWP, which have a very slow scoping ability, and overall it's just a very fat and heavy gun. Very expensive too, not decent kill reward, but it can easily wallbang and one-shot one-kill enemies in almost any situation, as long as you can actually hit them. You can obviously leg enemies too, but yeah, you're not supposed to aim at the legs anyways, you know. Very helpful with whenever you're playing with a rifle, you know, scoped rifles, to have a secondary arm so that you can back yourself up if you are down the shitter and enemies rush you and stuff like that. And in general, you should be very careful whenever you use these guns, because if you are making it a waste, you're screwing your team's economy. And yeah, it's kind of a gamble, but if you're real skilled with it, you can just brute force enemy teams and just shut them down. So yeah, pick and choose your battles. Moving over to the fattest choice of the guns that you got in terms of scoped rifles. The auto sniper right here is very accurate. It's not 100% accurate, but no gun in Counter-Strike actually is, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, the auto sniper right here, 20 bullets, 2468, like it's a fucking 4.5 mag extra on it. But anyways, really expensive, even more expensive than that one. Give you some more mobility really overall. You can shoot a shit ton, and yeah, if you decide to try and shut down a place and you got the money for it, it's definitely a gamble that you might want to go for. Going over to the scout, this gun right here is currently right now just wrecking these two bastards right here, mainly because of how you are accurate when you jump, but you can also move incredibly fast and then stand still in the air, just counter strafe, and you can just do some serious retarded damage with this kind of gun right here, in which people should probably use it more right here. I think I will. But anyways, yeah, scout, inexpensive. You can't really effectively kill enemies with it, but you can tag them to high hell, and if you tag people twice, you know, they're wrecked. You can spam with it pretty fast. I mean, just look at this. I'm just holding down the button right after I've shot the previous one, and yeah, if you use these guns to their best abilities and at the right time and place, with an educated guess of usage, you can be able to just wreck enemies even if they're inexpensive, so that's kind of interesting. Let's move over then to the last odd one. of CT side, and then I'll cover T side. So yeah, the AUG bar, it works pretty much like the SG553 on the T side. It has a decently dependable kind of spray, which is kind of nice, but it's a lot more expensive. You're a little bit fatter when you use a gun. The rate of fire isn't, you know, super good, and while it also has a scope that allow you to get decent accuracy, it actually degrades the accuracy a little bit if you scoped in with a gun, and which means that you need to play this gun here very right if you would ever be able to try and get some kind of nice usage out of it. It might not always be worth the issue, because you need to be so you know, immobile if you want to be able to be accurate with it, making you a really easy target to hit, even with an enemy that might have the opposite kind of equal gun, you know, because you're essentially standing still, so you get wrecked. But anyways, it's a decent choice, and if people were to master this gun more, they could actually be able to be even more lethal than with the older common rifles. Mainly the reason for that is because of how it's just a little bit better all across the board in terms of stats compared to the M4A1 or the AK-47, but you know, like, it's a little bit more sluggish in other regards, so obviously people will choose main rifles in that sense too, you know, like being mobile is very important. So let's move over to T side then. The AK-47 have a one-shot, one-kill ability to the head over an incredible long range, which is really nice and handy, and it makes T side a lot more easy to play, even though again it won't really matter if CT side get a hold of your gun. As you can see, the accuracy is not super dependable over long range, but it's very dependable, making it a very viable gun. It also gets better when you can look at the overall price of the guns of T side right here, the three odd ones, and you can see the price is a lot lower. So if you manage your money very well on T side, you can easily be able to just brute force the enemy down. The AK-47 stats are shown right there. There's not too much more to notice about this gun, other than that it's a go-to gun, and if you are playing it very well up close, mid-range, or long-range, you can just demolish enemy teams with it. So yeah, a really solid choice for T-side, obviously. Going over to the cheap gun right here, you can see the accurate range is just terrible, which is, I'll show you, it's just absolutely demonstrably pathetic. But yeah, the Galil give you 5 more bullets in the magazine, and even across this range here, I gotta sit down, tap fire to be able to get that kind of grip. I mean, like, yeah, that's not really something to depend on. And it gets worse when you actually spray it on the wall. Let's just do it right here. You're gonna see that the bullets go all over the place. So a very independable rifle, or undependable. You get the point. You can't depend on the fucking thing, okay? So you get what you pay for. But the thing with this gun right here is that you can still be able to demolish enemies if you play it up close. So an educated guess in terms of this gun and how and where you want to use it, that will pay off. But still, I wouldn't really use that gun too often, mainly because of how you can't really depend on how the spray works. So let's move over then to the SG553, and then I think we're pretty much done. Gun is like the reflected but very similar version of the AUG bar, alright? So let's just find a wall close by here that's like decent and spray it, okay? So yeah, let's choose right there. As you can see, like, it has a very peculiar kind of spray, and it's very dependable, but it's a little bit slower in terms of rate of fire. Very noisy. It's essentially the AUG bar, but a little bit different. Have the one-shot, one-kill headshot ability over a very long kind of range as well. And yeah, there's not too much more to say other than that if you're able to master this gun too, that would probably be nice, but it's a little bit more sluggish overall, not making it very optimal in terms of, you know, movement, speed, abilities in general, being able to get headshots across all ranges with that mobility, being able to be more, you know, quick in gunfights. So yeah, pick and choose your guns, pick and choose your battles, but as long as you play long range kind of quarters good and aim at headshot level, you should probably be set if you have a decent guess at how to use these kind of guns. So if you enjoyed this video, and maybe, or, you know, and or the other ones that I've made in this kind of series, you should probably subscribe to the channel, maybe follow. I also got a Facebook and a Twitter page that you can follow if you want to catch these videos even more frequently when they go up compared to the YouTube sub box. Other than that, I would also urge you people to support the channel on Patreon. I've added and edited in a couple of rewards there that might be better for you people who maybe want to play with me, or maybe are looking for other kind of similar rewards. So anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully people learn something from these videos. I know that they're not super nice, but I guess they're decent, I guess. So anyways, thanks for watching, have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play, people.